Alright mga bossing, balikan natin tong matinding bakbakan ni Marcial versus Colmenares mga bossing. Fight of the year mga boss.
His opponent, he's won 5 of his last 6 fights. Out of his 11 knockouts, 5 of them came in the first round. And his only 2 losses in his career were decisions, one by majority and one by split. And look at his long arms. Definitely a big advantage in terms of reach. He's got 5.5 inches, an advantage in reach.
He's been at welterweight and super welterweight before tonight. He won the Venezuelan title back in August at super welterweight. So this is his first time up at middleweight, which could make a difference. Marcial's very much
a man they call El Terrible, picking up from the legendary Eric Morales.
Almost managed to there, just stepped onto the inside, but couldn't quite find the home for the left hand. That jab looks pretty effective from Colmenares.
Colmenares connecting with a left hand, and here's Marcial opening up.
He's closing in the gap.
And Colmenares just has to keep on punching. Otherwise, he's going to leave himself wide open for Marcial to attack. That's exactly what Marcial wants to do. Once go down, and then the head will open up as a target for Ymir. Marcial needs to put pressure. He can't fight him from a distance. He's not going to be able to reach Colmenares.
But Ymir feels like he's got the range down pat.
He's got to take a step closer.
And just there, that's where he stands up a bit tall, Colmenares. He throws that left hand and the weight goes into his heel.
After he throws that right hand, then he's open for a counter from the left hand of Marcial. And here comes Marcial.
Ymir is finding his target here.
To his target, and he's finding the range.
That's exactly it. You've hit the nail on the head. He's found the range perfectly now, and he's locking on. And Colmenares, it's just got to take his feet out and just keep throwing that lead left hand. If he trades with him on the inside here.
Yes, it has. And again, he's really not going to his jab. Talking about Colmenares.
Marcial is goading him to go toe-to-toe. That's exactly what Marcial wants him to do.
And he's obliging, which is making for a really, really good fight to watch. Colmenares just swinging that right hand. Fancies it. He's got plenty of fighting spirit, but ultimately he's playing Marcial's game there.
He's waiting for Marcial to make his move. And once he comes closer, you know what Colmenares is going to try to do. He's going to throw that right hand.
Nice change of levels there from Marcial. Nice connection there by Ymir. Colmenares is trying to back up, but finally cleared his head.
It's a good response from Colmenares, because that was a solid left hand, and he just finds himself on the end of another combination here. He wants to mix it up on the inside, and he's having some success. That's a lovely good right from him.
A flurry of punches here coming from Colmenares.
Ooh,
Marcial
got tagged to the right. Gets tagged once again. And Ymir's in trouble.
That's what I was saying earlier, that Marcial is vulnerable. He can go down He has gone down. And now a knockdown has been scored by Colmenares.
He just got a bit careless on the inside there, basically. It's not really the kind of punch that he should have been letting through, and it caused him some big problems. You can see the confidence of Colmenares now is really strong.
Now he's going for the kill, Colmenares is. And he's got Marcial fighting on the defensive. Marcial is not throwing. Now he throws.
But Colmenares has got to be worried about also punching himself out here. Nice right there by Marcial.
He connected that time on Colmenares. The fans are up on their feet.
Solid left. Marcial coming up strong here.
And with either hand. Colmenares connected with the right. Marcial also connected.
Marcial trying to pour it on. The crowd on their feet.
This is the hell of a round this so far. We've still got a minute remaining in it. They both put an awful lot into this. Colmenares came out brimming with confidence, looking to try and ram home the advantage. Marcial's
Colmenares showing tremendous ability to take a punch. As we said, he's never been knocked out in his career. He's lost twice, both on close decisions. Here comes Marcial. He's teeing off.
Crowd loving it. Colmenares fighting right back.
Colmenares as though he might be about to unravel slightly, but he's just holding his feet and letting his hands go. What a fantastic 3 minutes it has been. Absolutely sensational stuff.
This is definitely the best round of the evening.
That was all-out assault from both men inside that ring. Unbelievable exchanges. Fast and furious, hot and heavy. Giving instructions to Union Marcial. Keep his poise, keep his composure.
4 rounds. Blue corner from Judge A, 38-37. Judges B and C for the red corner, 38-37.
Well, there you heard it. Marcial with a slight advantage on 2 of the 3 judges. And he's pouring it on. At the very least, he wants to widen the gap score-wise. Colmenares made of stern stuff.
He absolutely is. This is a savage onslaught from Marcial, but Colmenares has taken these well so far, but we're just past the halfway stage in round 5.
Marcial needs to be careful that he doesn't punch himself out. But he's going for the knockout right here.
Colmenares in trouble.
He's not fighting back.
If he can just take a little breath and go again here, Marcial, that left hand just crashes through. Colmenares somehow managing to stay upright here. He's got a real chin on him. This is such a good fight.
One more big push. And he cannot allow Colmenares to regroup. Colmenares is beginning to regain his strength.
Those eyes are clear now for Colmenares. And he comes up with a nice big right. Another right. And Marcial seems to be in trouble. What a round.
These last 2 rounds have been absolutely incredible action. They really have. And this will be a Marcial round, but he got caught towards the end there, Colmenares.
Round number 6, the fans are loving every single round of this one.
Marcial connecting. Colmenares' hands are down.
That is a big right hand. It rocked Colmenares. There's a left.
Colmenares is shaken up.
And this is really good for Marcial because he didn't come out.
Both fighters are resting. They're both tired. It's going to come down to who wants it more, who will have more gas in the tank down the stretch.
Glancing left. Another glancing left.
An enormous amount into it, and I know that it's easy to feel like he should just try and ram the advantage home. The body shot there has hurt him.
It clearly hurt Colmenares. He almost went down.
But he doubled up.
But he just might survive this round.
Another body shot.
By now, I would say, by a decent enough margin on 2 of them, but he's just got to keep the hammer down here, keep the pressure on.
Colmenares is hardly throwing, by the way. He's looking to just defend himself.
Big overhand right from Marcial.
And that's always worth thinking about, but you have to plot your way through it, and this is a tough fight, but he's in there with somebody who's come with ambition, who can punch a bit, certainly, as he's showing us again here, and you will be a bit worried about your gas tank. You don't want to blow it too early and take his foot off the gas at times. He'll want to be able to finish strong.
Marcial being urged to continue to attack the body. Colmenares is beginning to throw punches once more.
And he's hitting its target. Marcial now in trouble. What a great back and forth.
This is a war of attrition.
Solid left hand there from Marcial, who I think has picked up a bit of damage to that right eye. This is just terrific stuff. Colmenares, you have to tip your hat to him because he's been up against it for the last few rounds, but look at him go.
That's Colmenares. But he's willing himself to give it that one last ounce of strength to get back in the game.
Clearly one of the best fights of the year. One heck of a battle. As we enter round of 8.
Through with this has been the best of the lot.
As we've often said, this is going to be a triumph of the human spirit. Senator Manny Pacquiao is watching at ringside. Javier Marcial doing everything he can to will himself to win this fight. On his birthday at that, on his 30th birthday.
Who's going to pick up their second win?
A big shot here by Colmenares, but he's missing. Colmenares coming out of that rest period, smoking.
Marcial took that right hand well, but those are not the kinds of punches you want to be shipping at this stage of a fight. Another one there gets through.
That defense of Marcial looking very porous at this stage as he's getting smacked by Colmenares.
And Colmenares is scoring a whole lot here.
Yeah, it's a burst of energy on the part of Colmenares.
That's a great comeback by Marcial, though. This is going to be real tough for the judges to score. sensational battle once again in that last round.
Fernandez, Joven Jimenez in the corner of Yumir Marcial. And if this fight goes a distance, Marcial will likely win the decision.
Judge A has it 77-74 for the red corner. Judge B, 77-74 for the red corner, and C, 76-75 for the red corner.
And so far, Yumir Marcial ahead on all three of the judges' scorecards.
All he needs to do is to hold on.
By my calculation, all three judges have gone 3-1 Marcial over the course of those last 4 rounds. It's been that hard to score this fight, has it really? It's been great to watch, but it's not been that difficult to score.
One big burst here for Marcial.
If this goes to a 10th round, can you imagine what that 10th round will be like? It'll be amazing.
Well, Colmenares will have to come out all guns blazing. He won't have heard those scores, the fighters. It won't penetrate that fog that they're in, but the corners will know, obviously. And they will know, Colmenares' team, that he needs something big in that final round.
If you remember, 50 years ago, that's exactly what happened. Ali and Frazier.
He's coming out for the 10th, don't worry about that. This guy is something else. They both are. Yeah, they're in. If I were the corner, I'd be having a real close look at him, because if it starts to get hot and heavy for him in this round, they should stop it. That's good roots in the body from the pair of them. And just the perfect kind of contest for this stage of his development as well. And we've said it before tonight, but the matchmakers need a lot of credit. The way they put together this card, it's been really, really good.
Saved the best for last.
Another late flurry here by Yumir Marcial. He wants to end this with a flourish.
Final minute.
And Colmenares is on the verge of collapse right here. Just one strong finishing kick from Marcial. Colmenares is going to go down.
Here's that kick you were talking about. Yumir wants to win this in style.
He got knocked down. Marcial going down. He got careless. That's a second knockdown of the fight. Marcial going down once more.
That is amazing, and Colmenares is just going to throw everything at him now. He walked onto the left hand there as he was looking to land his own left hand, and Colmenares is going to throw everything he's got at him. If he can put him down one more time, then all of a sudden this gets really interesting. What a fight! What a fight! That was absolutely tremendous, and Colmenares there, just as you two were saying that Marcial was trying to close him for the finish, and you were completely right. I was about to say that I really didn't want him to get it, because I wanted Colmenares to hear the final bell. He's given us so much, and then right on cue,
You saw what has to be one of the greatest fights in the history of Philippine boxing. So let's have another round of applause for two absolute warriors giving it their all. After 10 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division, we go to the scorecards. Judge Gerald Tamaldan scores about 94-94 even. Judge Arnie Nahara and Judge Junbei Jin score the bout 95-93. All for the winner, and now the WBC International Middleweight Champion from Zamboanga City, Philippines, Yumir Felix Marcial.